Hey guys, welcome back. You're sitting on the
back.
Big Game Hunters podcast. Michael Flint, Rory McMillan. We're bringing you a hot show today. We're talking about the job hoppers. Is job hopping a good thing for your career? Is job hopping really going to help you get ahead? Is it good, Michael? Is job hopping really good? Well, you're looking to get a job, you're looking to get ahead in your career, you're looking to take that next step, and you've hopped around, hoppity hop hop, we call them, right? We have a bit of a laugh and joke in our office about people that, go from one job to the next job, 6 months, 12 months, 4 months, 6 months. Are the hoppity hops any good?
Well, listen, first of all, I think there's a time.
Should we deal with them?
Well, we have to deal with everybody, and then we filter them out based on our clients' requirements. But listen, first of all, I think there's a time and a place, to get some exposure to different industry experiences. When you're starting off in your career, when you're just getting out of university, if you have a particular designation, but for the finance world, for example, if you want to be exposed to different products and services within a specific industry vertical, likely at the beginning of your career, you're going to move around a little bit till you find your groove and find out what exactly you're good at. But when you're around 27, 28, 29, 30 years of age, and you've only had 1 or 2 year tenures in all your jobs, you're a flight risk.
It's questionable.
Companies will look at you and they'll see that you're a flight risk. You really have to kind of get to a point when you're, again, 27 years old, you're looking at this next opportunity, you're making a 5-year commitment to every place that you sign up and join, I think.
You only plan on being here 5 years, Mike?
Well, no, I plan to be here longer. But
no, but I totally agree. Like, when you start off early in your career, job hopping is okay. But
they have to be legitimate reasons that you need to be able to speak to as a candidate. Yeah. So if you're sitting in front of an HR manager, you have to say, hey, listen, I was developing myself professionally. I needed to be exposed to different working environments. Some things are customer facing, other things are back end within the same type of industry. You want to know how a particular a particular business runs from the back end to the front end. All of that makes sense. Yeah. But you do get to a certain stage where you have to make decisions because that perception on your resume is going to be, hey, this guy's a flight risk again, or he's somebody that can't make a long-term commitment, or potentially he's got a personality disorder. Like no one wants to work with him. Yeah. What is it?
Or is he going to be a person that's always never satisfied, always looking for the next best thing?
That's right.
And that's the fear.
Can he commit?
Can he commit? And that's the fear with a lot of employers is people don't want to hire people that can't commit. Yeah. People don't want to hire people that are always looking for the next greatest thing, the unsatisfied, the people that you can never please them. And we see this all the time in our industry. You get that one person that goes from 6 months to 12 months to 4 months to a year and a half to 3 months, and the first thing our clients say or someone says is, "Man, why is this guy moving around so much? What where has he been? 1 minute he's at this company. Well, this is his competition. He went to them, and then he went over here to go do his own thing." It's like you need to have justifiable reasons, right? If you've gone maternity leave or not maternity leave, what's the other one?
Well, paternity
leave or maternity leave, whatever it may be. You had to take your kids out of school and uproot them
or go
from
back to
Victoria
school
to
yourself.
Vancouver.
Maybe you went back to school. Or whatever it might be.
Right. Put that on your resume so people know. It's there. Yeah. It's right in front of their face. You can justify it, right? And make sure that you have solid references. You need to make sure that you have solid references. You have solid people that can back up the statements of why.
Yeah, but your references should always be direct reports. At the end of the day, you want people that can speak to your performance in a working environment. You reported into them. Your role was responsible to that individual or that team member or that group of individuals, and they're speaking based on the fact that, hey, you did right by the organization and you invested some time in it.
And in the technology space, right, it can be a little bit different, right, because it's very contract different.
Well, then say that as long as you say contract.
Yeah, engineering or development. These people that hop all the time is sometimes a good thing. Sometimes clients are okay with it, right? They like hiring people that have all this diverse experience coming from different industries, different cultures, different countries even.
Yeah, but that really depends on what the role is, and I think the individual, like some people really kind of get into that contract status. What you don't want to do though is, honestly, you don't want to be one of those guys that chase the money. Of course, we all want to advance ourselves. You all want to earn more money, but you need to be strategic in that decision making process. Making a couple grand more here, $5,000 more there, and doing it just based on the fact that someone's going to pay you a little bit more money today. You're not taking into consideration the contentment or the feeling of putting in a hard day's work and achieving some goals as an organization. You're taking that opportunity or that experience away from yourself. Mm-hmm. Does that make sense?
Following the money. You're following the money, right?
The money will come if you love what you do.
That's right. The money will come if you love what you're doing. The money will come if you put the hard work and you can bring in results, no matter what it is. I'm a strong believer in that. But some people, they just don't understand that. They just don't get that, and they go and chase the money. Right?
Doesn't work out.
Going back to job hoppers, Mike. So when is it an appropriate time to leave a job? Like, what's that tenure time? Is it 2 years, 3 years? People are happy after it's been, you've been at that company for a year and a half, 2 years, 3 years. What is it?
I think it depends a little bit on your age, to be honest with you. I mean, if for example, you're at 30 to 35, I like to see, resumes that have, 1 or 2 tenures with at least 5 years, 5 to 7 years in one job. I think that if you're making a career decision, you need to see that job opportunity through to at least 3 years.
Yeah.
With a 5-year plan in mind. But listen, if something comes up, the industry changes.
You never know.
Perhaps there's forces that are outside of your control, and that's totally okay. But you have to kind of go into each opportunity ready to commit. And have an idea in advance what success looks like in that role.
Yeah, well, there's always unforeseeable circumstances that can arise, and things can happen in your personal life, in your business life, or whatever may happen. It's just, you just never know. And the key thing is you got to be able to justify it. You got to have reasonings behind it. And it's like Michael said, you don't always want to run and take that thing that's all shining stars and it's great, and then you get in there, you realize, oh my god, like I've just left a 3-year career, now there's a short stint on my resume for 2 months.
Yeah, well, just think how much you'll develop by seeing something
just
through.
Remove it.
Things aren't going right, and you're going to see it through anyways. That tells a lot about someone.
Yeah. So when is it a time? When do you think, Mike, it's a time to should employers and hiring managers be focusing more time on candidates that have been at companies a longer period of time? Or they shouldn't be disregarding any candidate once they've spoken to them, they've made that connection, and they've understand the reasons why they've left each job.
Well, I mean, listen, we vet candidates all the time, so we see both on a daily basis, and we try to get in behind the reasons so that we know and we can present that information to our clients. I think companies should in fact do that because you could in fact be missing out on a superstar candidate because this is someone that wanted to have a well-rounded skill set before making a long-term forward commitment in their career. And that individual could be exposed to a number of different jobs. It depends how they explain it. Can they back it up? Are they consistent in their answers? I think those things have merit. I don't know if there's a one-size-fits-all to that, but when you get to an executive level and a managerial level, I think at that stage, you are looking for people that have demonstrated a long-term commitment in their career because now all of a sudden they're leading people. Mm-hmm. And that individual as a leader has to have a bit more perseverance and a bit more, maybe a bit of a thicker skin to get through those hard times that are part of that, that curve, that up and down that happens in business and life and whatever.
I don't think that's a great point you bring up there, Mike, because I don't think a lot of people are willing to ride that curve. Right, they want everything now. They're not willing to see it to fruition.
Yeah.
Right?
I think there's.
I look at the guys that started Facebook and the people that started all these other big companies like Hootsuite, the people that's left because they just didn't believe in it or buying it, or they didn't even see any potential opportunity there.
Yeah.
And now they're beasts and they're like, oh man, I want to get back in. Right? You see that all the time.
Yeah,
you see that all the time.
So, listen, we want to thank you for tuning in today. Our primary message here, it's not always a good idea to be a job hopper. If you are a job hopper, you should have legitimate reasons as to why you move from one position to the other, and you have to have the credibility to kind of back that up with examples of how you developed yourself professionally. Today, we're signing off. Rory McMillan, Michael Flint. You're on MagnaSearchGroup.tv. This is Big Game Hunters. We'll see you next week. By the way, we're on pretty much every form of media, iTunes, Stitcher Radio, and a whole bunch of other stuff that I always forget. That's why I don't close the show. Thanks.
Don't be a kangaroo.